Not just the win column. We're in the finishing column.
You mean that 50K column?
Yeah, in that 50K column. I have yet to win one of those.
Yeah.
Think Shelby liked my little plug at the end. So.
Right. So Aljo, that was a brutal finish. Talk us through it. Like, what happened?
You know, I tried to hit that once against Renan Barão, but I came up short. I managed to put his leg behind his head in a complete banana split. He wouldn't tap. But let's just say Cody wasn't as flexible as Renan Barão tonight. So I heard his knee pop, and I thought he was going to fight through it because I know what it is. That outside ligament gets popped, the LCL. It might even be the PCL, ACL. Who knows? It's just one of those freaky submissions, man. It's a knee bar. So I thought he was going to keep fighting through it, but I think once he saw that I was in a dominant position on top with the mount still, he was kind of like, probably time to live to fight another day.
Do you think this was a standout performance for you?
I think so. I think the last two fights have been pretty one-sided and pretty dominant. This one was a little back and forth in the first round with a couple of scrambles, but that's where I thrive, man. I had that triangle. I thought it was done. And then he managed to slip out. I was like, man, is he grease? No, I'm joking. I'm joking. But I did think I was going to hit the reverse triangle. He got out of that. I was like, this motherfucker is not going to quit. So first round ended with a couple of flurries, but I still think I was winning that fight in the exchanges and the clinches and landing the cleaner strikes. And the second round was more so the same. He took me down with that power double I knew he goes for. And I managed to get to the cage, and I reversed position, got on his back, and sure enough, I flattened him out twice, and the second time was more than enough to put him away.
Oh, you have like a photographic memory of that fight. Is this normal? Like,
yeah, man. I get in the zone, but I'm very cognizant of everything that's going around me. Some people think it's kind of crazy that I can actually like see people in the crowd. I can see like my coaches and where they are. I'm like looking around, I'm like hearing where my coaches are, and I'll start circling towards their corner, so that it's just a little bit easier for me to kind of hear what they're saying for the instruction, and I think it's a little bit harder for my opponent to hear what his coaches are seeing and being able to articulate to him what he should do.
Afterwards, you made a couple of impassioned call-outs. Remember, there's no censors back here, so what exactly do you want next? Is it the winner of Dodson, or is it Cruz?
If I could have my way, I would 100% like to fight Dominick Cruz. I think it's a stylistic fight that will be fun for the fans. It's a guy I looked up to for a very, very long time. And like I said, I want to fight all the legends of this sport and this division. I fought Barão, took him out. I would like to fight Dominick Cruz, take him out. I mean, eventually I want to get that rematch, of course, with Marlon Moraes. That motherfucker, you got a horseshoe up your ass, bro. 2 in a row? That doesn't happen to 2 top 5, top 10 fighters in a row in under a minute. That's like some unheard of shit. But you got some voodoo something up in those legs. I don't know what it is, but I would like to get that one back and run it back and give the fans a true fight, because that fight was shaping up really nicely until that happened. But perfect world, Dominick Cruz gets it next, and I take him out, submit my name to be the next guy in line to challenge for the belt. And I think I got all the tools to become a world champion, man. I really do. I can strike with anybody. I think I'm very hard to hit. People see the strike differential in offense and defense, and I'm a nightmare on the ground. If I get these hooks in, if I get on your back, I'm attacking submission after submission after submission. So off my back, on top, you pick your poison.
Was this fight a little personal? Was he under your skin a little bit? Were you maybe a little more amped to get in there and fight this one than maybe recent fights?
No, I don't think so. I think, like I said, man, I grew up with the shit talk, and I knew it was. I'm like, dude, if you're really like butthurt that I said go get me a drink, I'm on vacation in DR. I just want to fight. I said I'm the best grappler in the world because I truly believe I'm the best grappler in the world. If you want to debate that, go ahead. Ronnie Yaya did the same thing, but it is what it is. I'm gonna talk my shit. You want to talk your shit, shoot your shot. But at the end of the day, when we step in that cage, we were gonna fight anyway. So a little more animosity. I told him, I was like, I'm just gonna put a little bit more stank on those elbows when I get in those dominant positions, and sure enough, I did. Busted him open, and I think he went home with a busted knee too. So I guess it was good. It was good.
I know you said you had a tougher cut this time around. Did you feel that at all?
Shit, man. I did. I actually threw up in the back room and didn't tell anybody. Shh. But
before or after?
before the fight. Literally probably like 10 minutes before we actually like walked out, which was kind of scary because I felt like it was gonna come out in either the fight and I was gonna get DQ'd, or somebody was gonna walk in on me and see me throwing up and then report it to the commission. But I don't know. It was weird. It was weird. It's almost like acidic, like like I had a long night of drinking. It was weird, very, very weird. But I cut 4.5 pounds the day of the weigh-ins. Woke up at 6:50 in the morning, banged it out in an hour. It's cramping up nonstop. But on Monday of this fight week, I was 145 pounds and I was 4.4% body fat, 4.37 if I'm being honest about the entire thing. So getting down, man, I'm either gonna have to change something with my physique, because it's starting to become really, really tough to get down. But you know, we get it done. You know, that's at the end of the day, we get it done. We step on the scale and we go out there and we perform.
You ever thrown up like that before a fight?
I actually threw up in a fight in between rounds 4 and 5 as an amateur. Raging Wolf, I remember that. And the ref didn't see it. My coaches went out. They said seconds out. They go to the side. As soon as they come to the side, I said, give me the bucket. They put the bucket out. I put my mouth through the cage. I go, spit the whole thing out. But and then I felt better in the 5th round. I went out there and actually put on a better performance. It was slowing me down a little bit.
So you throwing up that was weight cut related, not nerves or anything, you think?
Honestly, I don't even know. It's really hard to say. I get nervous every single fight. I never thrown up like that before the fight. It legit felt like I was drinking all night, woke up, and I was like, bro, I need some water, and it was just a whole bunch of acid coming out. But it's kind of weird, man. But I went out there, got it out the system, ran my sprints, and we had a good performance tonight. So maybe it's just gonna be like my new thing to start doing.
Do you think the commission can do a better job with in regards to weight cutting?
Oh yeah, I mean, it's going to be an entire landscape change. I mean, look at wrestling, look at BJJ, look at judo. These guys, they step on the scale within anywhere from half hour to 2 hours at most, and then they compete right after that. If you get guys who aren't severely dehydrating themselves like that, they're going to have to go up a couple of pounds. Because if you do that and you try to fight, you're going to put yourself in an extremely disadvantageous position, and you're going to get knocked out really fast because your brain just can't handle those type of impacts. I've been trying to preach this to guys. I'm like, if you really want to stop cutting weight, you can't give us more time to cut weight, because if you give us more time, that means we get more time to rehydrate. I'm like, so if you give us less time, it's like, all right, well, I can't go as extreme because I don't have as much time to recover. So something's got to give. I'm going to go up 10, 15 pounds if they did that. You know, I just physically couldn't make 136 and then fight within 1-2 hours. I couldn't do it. It would be a nightmare.
Trying to avoid something dangerous happening with somebody dying in the ring?
Well, there'd probably be 1 or 2 guys who are that stupid enough to be like, oh, let me cut 20, 30 pounds and then try to get on the scale and fight within an hour and get knocked out really fast. And they'll learn real quick, maybe I should go up a weight class. Because guys are going to have to go up. It's going to be a natural. It's going to be a chain of reaction. I think ONE FC is doing a pretty nice job with that. They're testing fighters, make sure they're hydrating and checking their weights throughout the period of them getting ready for their fights during the training camp. So I think that's another step forward and something that these guys could look at. Because for wrestling, we have to take a hydration test. And there's no way you could deplete yourself and then be hydrated. It's impossible. So unless you're cheating, you got a fake penis in there. But yeah, I think there's something to be said about that. I don't like cutting 30 pounds. My last fight, 1 week later, I was 168.5 pounds. I don't like cutting all the way down to 136. It's not fucking fun. I mean, it may look good for a couple like a week, but it's not fun cutting down to this weight class. It really isn't. It's more miserable and taxing than anything. I feel like it shortens my fighting career.
Do you see this, or maybe the next fight being your last fight at this weight class?
When you see guys like Zabit and Brandon Davis, Max Holloway, it's like you think like, yeah, I'm done cutting this weight, and then you see those guys and you're like, yeah, no, I'm gonna do it one more time and get back down to my weight class, because those guys are huge. I'm 5'7". Those guys are 6'1", 6'1", 5'11". Huge frames. Those guys are probably walking in their 70s, maybe even their 80s. I know Zabit's a pretty big. I sparred with him one time. It was not a good night. It was not a good day for me. I'll be completely honest about that. So not good. And I realize that's why there are weight classes. So I'm gonna stay at bantamweight until they make some changes. I'm a bantamweight.
This is a little unrelated to you, but did you see when you're cutting weight with all the other fighters? Did you see Nico back there, the flyweight champion?
I actually didn't see her in the workout room at all. Probably just different time slots that we were working out. But I still, when we came in on Tuesday, we were both signing the posters. I thought she was fine. She looked okay. I didn't think anything bad was going to happen. And she is kind of big for the weight, though. I thought she looked like a pretty big girl. But we see what happened. I don't know if she just doesn't know or she doesn't have a proper team around her. because I thought she was. I mean, she looked good. She looked healthy. It looked like she could make the weight, no problem. Like good spirits. And then, sure enough, the day of the weigh-ins, I heard someone left in a stretcher. I had no idea it was her, and I found out literally after the weigh-ins it was her that got taken out on a stretcher or left on a stretcher, whatever.
Outside of the call-outs that you put, is the hopes to get another fight in by the end of the year? And is there a card that you're hoping for?
I don't know. I don't think I got any bad bruises.
That looked pretty good.
But I don't know, man. It really depends. If it's the right matchup, the right timing. You know, I coach kids. You know, I do need a little time off. This weight, like I said, man, the weight cut's brutal. For me to do that again to my body would just be insane. And I gotta be smart about the way I'm doing things. 'Cause I don't want to rush in too fast, and the next you know, I have a bad performance, and because no one gives a shit about if you have a bad performance, they only see that. They don't see everything else that goes behind it. So at the end of the day, it's what have you done for me lately? So I got to make sure, you know, I learned a lot in this game. Just make sure I put myself in the right position to for success. 50 G's, man. Dana, where you at?
I like the submission. Thanks. Congratulations, sir.
Thank you, guys.
Great dancing at the end too. You did good.
I gotta work on my thing. I should have my floss. I should have.